Hey there! Want to know a secret? Potatoes and onions in your kitchen can give you fast-growing hair and glowing skin. Today, I'm sharing easy, budget-friendly natural beauty hacks that actually work. These family recipes changed my routine, and they'll blow your mind too. Ever tried veggies for beauty? Drop a comment with your go-to tricks and where you're watching from. Oh, and how's your day going? Hit subscribe and the bell so you don't miss these game-changing tips. Let's get your hair and skin shining without spending a fortune. Let me tell you a story about an unsung hero in your kitchen, the onion. Yes, that humble vegetable that makes you cry while chopping it can work wonders for your hair. I discovered this when I was struggling with thinning hair a few years back. I was desperate for a natural solution, and my aunt, who always had this gorgeous, thick mane, let me in on her secret: onions. She swore by them, and now I'm hooked too. So, grab a cup of coffee, and let me share why onions are like a superhero for your scalp. Onions are packed with sulfur, a key ingredient that helps your hair grow strong and thick. Sulfur is like the building block for collagen, which your hair follicles need to stay healthy and produce sturdy strands. Without enough collagen, your hair can become brittle and weak, snapping off before it even has a chance to grow. But when you use onions, that sulfur gets to work, supporting those follicles and giving your hair the strength it needs to shine. It's like giving your scalp a protein shake, but way cheaper and straight from your pantry. Beyond that, onions are amazing at improving blood flow to your scalp. Better circulation means more nutrients and oxygen reach your hair follicles, which can speed up growth and make your hair feel fuller over time. I noticed this myself after a few weeks of using onion juice. My hair just felt more alive, like it was finally getting the nourishment it craved. Plus, it helped with hair loss. Those days of seeing clumps in my brush started to fade, and I was thrilled to see baby hairs popping up where things were looking a little sparse. What's even cooler is that onions are like a natural cleanser for your scalp. They've got antibacterial and antifungal properties that tackle issues like dandruff or infections that can clog up your follicles. I used to deal with an itchy scalp, especially in the winter, but onions helped calm that irritation and kept flakiness at bay. And here's the wild part. Some folks even say onion juice can help regrow hair in thinning spots. I've seen it work for a friend who was dealing with early bald patches, and after a few months of consistent use, she had new growth that made her smile ear to ear. Have you ever tried onions for your hair, or is this totally new to you? I'd love to hear your story or any tips you picked up along the way. Drop them in the comments below, because we're all about sharing the love for natural beauty tricks here. Onions might not be glamorous, but trust me, your hair will thank you for giving them a chance. Now that you know how incredible onions are for your hair, let me share a game-changing hair mask recipe that pairs them with another kitchen superstar, the potato. This combo is like a power smoothie for your scalp, and I stumbled upon it when I was experimenting with natural remedies to tame my frizzy, thinning hair. My mom used to make something similar, and it always left her hair looking so lush and healthy. So, one day, I decided to give it a try, and let me tell you, it's become my go-to for stronger, shinier hair. Here's how you can whip it up at home and give your locks some serious love. First, grab a fresh potato and an onion from your kitchen. Peel the potato, then grate both the potato and the onion into fine pieces. I use a cheese grater because it's quick and easy, but a food processor works too if you want to save time. Next, you'll need to extract the juice. I like to wrap the grated mixture in a piece of cheesecloth and squeeze it over a bowl, but a fine mesh strainer will do the trick just as well. You want to get every drop of that nutrient-packed juice, because that's where the magic happens. The potato juice is loaded with vitamins like C and B6, which nourish your scalp, while the onion juice brings that sulfur boost we talked about earlier to strengthen your hair follicles. Once you've got your juice, pour it into a small bowl and add 1 egg yolk. That yolk is a powerhouse, packed with protein, biotin, and healthy fats that repair damaged hair and make it feel softer than ever. Then, stir in a tablespoon of olive oil. This adds a dose of hydration, taming frizz and preventing split ends, leaving your hair smooth and glossy. Mix it all together until it's well combined, and you've got yourself a rich, natural hair mask. To apply, grab a cotton pad or your fingertips and gently work the mixture into your scalp, focusing on the roots where it can really feed those follicles. Once your scalp is covered, wrap your head in a warm towel to help the nutrients soak in. Let it sit for about 40 minutes, Then shampoo twice to rinse it all out thoroughly. Use this mask 3 to 4 times a week for 1 to 2 months, and you'll start to notice thicker, stronger hair with less shedding and a natural shine that turns heads. If you have any leftover mask, pop it into an airtight container and store it in the fridge for up to 2 or 3 days. I've been doing this for a while now, and my hair feels so much healthier, like it's finally getting the care it deserves. Have you ever made a DIY hair mask like this? Share your experience in the comments, because I'm all ears for your natural beauty hacks. Now that you've got the lowdown on that amazing potato and onion hair mask, let me take you on a little trip down memory lane. These natural beauty recipes didn't just pop into my head one day. They're part of a family tradition, passed down from my grandma to my mom, and now to me. Growing up, I'd watch my grandma in her cozy kitchen, whipping up remedies with ingredients like potatoes and onions, turning everyday veggies into magic for her hair and skin. It was like she had a secret playbook for looking radiant, and I'm so grateful she shared it with us. Let me tell you about how these family secrets became my beauty staples, and why they're so special. My mom used to tell me stories about how my grandma would save potato peels from dinner prep, never letting anything go to waste. She'd boil those peels in water, just like we talked about earlier, and use the starchy liquid as a hair rinse. It left her hair so glossy and smooth, and she swore it helped keep her grays at bay well into her 50s. I was skeptical at first, but when I tried it myself, I couldn't believe how soft my hair felt, like I'd just stepped out of a salon without spending a dime. Grandma also had this trick of using onion juice to keep her scalp healthy, especially when she noticed her hair thinning after a stressful year. She'd massage it in, wrap her head in a towel, and by the next month, her hair looked fuller and stronger. What I love about these recipes is how simple and affordable they are. My family didn't have a big budget for fancy creams or salon treatments, so they relied on what was already in the pantry. Potatoes, onions, a little olive oil, maybe an egg from the fridge. These were things we always had on hand. And yet, they work better than half the expensive products I've tried. It's like a reminder that sometimes the best solutions are the ones that have been around forever, passed down from one generation to the next. My mom still uses these tricks, and every time I visit, we'll have a little beauty night, mixing up masks and laughing about how Grandma would be proud of us for keeping her secrets alive. I'd love to hear if you had any family beauty tips like these. Maybe your mom taught you to use honey for a face mask, or your grandpa had a trick for shiny hair. Drop your stories in the comments, because I'm always eager to learn new hacks from you all. There's something so special about sharing these traditions, like we're all part of a big, global family keeping these natural remedies alive. So, tell me, what's a beauty secret your family swears by? Now that you've got the lowdown on that amazing potato and onion hair mask, let me take you on a little trip down memory lane. These natural beauty recipes didn't just pop into my head one day. They're part of a family tradition, passed down from my grandma to my mom, and now to me. Growing up, I'd watch my grandma in her cozy kitchen, whipping up remedies with ingredients like potatoes and onions, turning everyday veggies into magic for her hair and skin. It was like she had a secret playbook for looking radiant, and I'm so grateful she shared it with us. Let me tell you about how these family secrets became my beauty staples, and why they're so special. My mom used to tell me stories about how my grandma would save potato peels from dinner prep, never letting anything go to waste. She'd boil those peels in water, just like we talked about earlier, and use the starchy liquid as a hair rinse. It left her hair so glossy and smooth, and she swore it helped keep her grays at bay well into her 50s. I was skeptical at first, but when I tried it myself, I couldn't believe how soft my hair felt, like I'd just stepped out of a salon without spending a dime. Grandma also had this trick of using onion juice to keep her scalp healthy, especially when she noticed her hair thinning after a stressful year. She'd massage it in, wrap her head in a towel, and by the next month, her hair looked fuller and stronger. What I love about these recipes is how simple and affordable they are. My family didn't have a big budget for fancy creams or salon treatments, so they relied on what was already in the pantry. Potatoes, onions, a little olive oil, maybe an egg from the fridge. These were things we always had on hand. And yet, they work better than half the expensive products I've tried. It's like a reminder that sometimes the best solutions are the ones that have been around forever, passed down from one generation to the next. My mom still uses these tricks, and every time I visit, we'll have a little beauty night, mixing up masks and laughing about how Grandma would be proud of us for keeping her secrets alive. I'd love to hear if you had any family beauty tips like these. Maybe your mom taught you to use honey for a face mask, or your grandpa had a trick for shiny hair. Drop your stories in the comments, because I'm always eager to learn new hacks from you all. There's something so special about sharing these traditions, like we're all part of a big, global family keeping these natural remedies alive. So, tell me, what's a beauty secret your family swears by? Now that we've got your skin glowing with that potato pulp face mask and your hair prepped with family secrets, let's not waste those potato peels you set aside. They're about to become the base for an incredible hair rinse that's so simple yet so effective. I discovered this trick when I was rummaging through my grandma's old beauty notes, looking for ways to make my hair stronger without breaking the bank. She had this recipe scribbled down, and when I tried it, I was blown away by how shiny and healthy my hair looked. It's like giving your hair a daily vitamin boost straight from the kitchen. Let me share how you can make this rinse and why it's a game changer. Start by grabbing the peels from a couple of potatoes, the ones you'd normally toss out after making dinner. Pop them into a pot with about 400 milliliters of water, which is roughly a cup and a half. Bring it to a boil, then let it simmer for about 10 minutes. You'll see the water turn starchy and rich, pulling all the goodness from those peels. Once it's done, let it cool completely. Then strain it through a fine mesh sieve into a clean spray bottle. This liquid is a powerhouse, packed with starch, iron, zinc, and B vitamins that strengthen your hair from the roots and help slow down hair loss. My grandma used to say it even helped darken her gray hairs over time, and I've noticed my own grays looking less obvious after a few months of using it. To use this rinse, spritz it generously onto clean, wet hair, focusing on your scalp, and working it down through the lengths. Gently massage it in with your fingertips to make sure it reaches those roots, where it can nourish your follicles and boost circulation. The best part? You don't need to rinse it out. Just let your hair air dry, and it'll soak up all those nutrients. I love using this daily or right after I wash my hair, and it leaves my strands feeling stronger and looking so glossy, like I just got a professional treatment. Store the rinse in the fridge in your spray bottle, and it'll stay good for up to a week. Just give it a shake before each use. This rinse has become a staple in my routine, and every time I use it, I think of my grandma's clever ways of turning scraps into something special. It's amazing how something so simple can make such a big difference. Have you ever tried a hair rinse like this, or do you have another natural hair trick up your sleeve? Drop it in the comments, because I'm always excited to swap tips and keep the natural beauty vibes going strong. With that potato peel hair rinse working its magic, I want to share another hair mask recipe that's become my secret weapon for reviving dry, damaged hair. A few years ago, I went a little overboard with heat styling and coloring, and my hair was screaming for help, frizzy, brittle, and just sad. My best friend, who's a total natural beauty guru, saw my struggle and shared this deep moisturizing mask that she swore by. It's packed with potato juice and a few other kitchen staples that transformed my hair from straw-like to silky smooth. I've been hooked ever since, and I'm so excited to walk you through this easy recipe that's perfect for anyone dealing with heat or chemical damage. First, you'll need some fresh potato juice, which we've already mastered from our earlier recipes. Grab a potato, grate it finely, and squeeze out the juice using a cheesecloth or a fine strainer. You'll want about a quarter cup of that nutrient-rich liquid, full of vitamin C and B6 to nourish your scalp. Pour it into a small bowl, then add a tablespoon of honey. This stuff is like a hug for your hair, locking in moisture and fighting off bacteria to keep your scalp happy and healthy. Honey's natural humectant properties make it a lifesaver for dry, brittle strands, giving them that soft, bouncy feel. Next, mix in a tablespoon of aloe vera gel. I get mine straight from a plant in my kitchen, but store-bought works just fine. Aloe is a miracle worker, soothing any itchiness on your scalp and boosting hair growth by delivering vitamins and amino acids right to your follicles. It also balances oil production, so whether your hair's dry, oily, or somewhere in between, it's got you covered. Finally, add 15 drops of vitamin E oil. This powerhouse antioxidant protects your hair from damage caused by free radicals, pollution, or heat styling. It strengthens your strands, reduces breakage, and gives your hair a glossy, healthy shine that makes you want to run your fingers through it. Stir everything together until it's nice and smooth. Then apply it to your scalp, using a cotton pad or your fingertips, really focusing on the roots. Wrap your head in a warm towel to help the ingredients sink in, and let it sit for about 40 minutes. Rinse it out with shampoo, washing twice to make sure it's all gone. Use this mask 3 to 4 times a week, and after a month or 2, you'll notice your dry, damaged hair feeling softer, stronger, and full of life. I love how this mask turned my hair around, and I bet it'll do the same for you. Got any go-to fixes for damaged hair? Share them in the comments, because I'm always down to try new natural tricks. As we've been diving into these amazing recipes, from the deep moisturizing hair mask to the potato peel rinse, it's clear that potatoes are the real MVP in our natural beauty routine. I first realized how powerful they were when I was a teenager. Dealing with dull skin and a flaky scalp, it made me self-conscious. My aunt, who always had this radiant glow and thick hair, pulled me aside one day and said, "Honey, you've got a treasure in your kitchen, potatoes." She showed me how this humble veggie could transform both my skin and hair, and I've been a believer ever since. Let me break down why potatoes are such a superstar for your beauty game. Potatoes are loaded with nutrients that work wonders for your skin. They're packed with vitamin C, which is like a booster shot for collagen production, keeping your skin firm and youthful. They also have vitamin B6, potassium, and iron, which team up to reduce inflammation and even out your skin tone. I used to struggle with dark spots from too much sun, but using potato-based masks helped brighten them up and shrink my pores, giving my face a smoother, more polished look. The starch in potatoes acts like a gentle cleanser, soaking up excess oil without stripping your skin dry, which is perfect for keeping it balanced and happy. When it comes to your hair, potatoes are just as impressive. The nutrients in them, especially the starch and vitamins, get your scalp's blood flowing, delivering more oxygen and goodness to your hair follicles. This can help your hair grow stronger and faster, which I noticed when those stubborn baby hairs finally started filling in. Potatoes also have natural enzymes that clean your scalp, clearing out buildup that can clog follicles and lead to dandruff. I used to deal with an itchy scalp, especially in dry weather, but potato juice calmed it down and left my hair shinier than ever. It's like a spa treatment for your scalp, but without the hefty price tag. What blows my mind is how something so simple, something we all have in our kitchens, can do so much. Whether it's reducing redness on your face or bringing life back to dry, damaged hair, potatoes are like a little gift from nature. I love how they've become a staple in my routine, just like they were for my aunt and grandma. Have you ever thought about using potatoes for your skin or hair before, or is this a new idea for you? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, because swapping these kinds of tips is what makes this community so special. Tell me, what's the most surprising beauty hack you've come across? Wow, can you believe potatoes and onions can transform your hair and skin like that? These super affordable, natural beauty hacks are total game changers. Try them out and let me know how they work for you in the comments. Where are you watching from, your city or country? I can't wait to read every single comment. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share to spread these awesome tips. Thanks so much for watching. You're amazing. Catch you in the next video.